all ready as I am to explore our today's lesson. Welcome to another edition of our scientific class, where learning becomes possible while you are at home. Allow me to help your fascination turns to realization. This is your science teacher Rizza. Come with me as we explore and enjoy our today's adventure. For today's lecture, we are going to learn more about animals. Specifically, infer the different adaptive structures of animals for land and aquatic habitat or dwelling. Examine the body structures of animals used for food getting. And predict the body structures of animals used to protect themselves from enemies. Animals are also living things aside from humans and plants. You can see them anywhere. What animals do you see in your place? There are animals in the surroundings and almost everywhere. Some animals serve as pets like dogs, cats, and fish. Other animals are found in the garden or backyard like butterflies, worms, and other insects. Some animals are found in the farm or barn like carabaos, goats, horses, cows, and chickens. Animals are different in terms of structure, size, and even color. Like humans, they have parts that enable them to do their activities. Each part has a function to do. They also have sense organs to use and protect themselves from their enemies or predators, and in other cases, a sudden change in their environment. Can you guess where I am? If you say home, then you are correct. This is where I live. Do you know where animals live? The place where animals live is called habitat. A habitat has everything that the animal needs to survive. It is where the animals live and grow. Animals need the right climate and source of food. Each animal has its own habitat. There are animals that live on land, in water, while others can live on both land and in water. Let us find out how these animals survive in their environment. Land animals are called terrestrial animals. Some animals live in the desert. A desert is a very hot and dry place. Lizards, kangaroo rats, and camels are examples of animals that live in the desert. Camels store fat in its back so it can stay in the desert even without eating or drinking. Kangaroo rats' bodies have developed amazing adaptations that reduce the amount of water needed and the amount of water that is lost. Lizards create their own burrows or use ones made by other animals. They have a specialized nose that allows them for breathing under the sand. The polar bears live in cold and icy places. They have thick layer of fats and fur to keep them warm and protected from cold weather. Some animals like dogs and cats become good pets. They live in houses together with people and covered with fur to keep them warm. Birds build their nests on trees. They lay their eggs in the nest. They are covered with feather for flying. Some have smooth skin for breathing like birds. Carabaos can adapt well to a wet and humid weather. Animals have body parts for moving like legs for walking and wings for flying. Land or terrestrial animals have lungs for breathing. Would it be possible for this animal to live in other habitat? Definitely not. Their body structures is adapted only to land. Adaptation is the structure or behavior that helps an organism to survive in their environment. Animals that live in water are called aquatic animals. Some of these animals live in lakes, ponds, and rivers. The big sea animal lives in the ocean. Fishes are covered with scales for protection from disease and other animals that live in water. They have gills for breathing underwater. Jellyfish live in seawater. It has silken gills that can remove salt from their body. Sand animals can live part of their life on land and sometimes in water. And these are examples of animals that can live both on land and in water. For example, frogs lay their eggs in water. The eggs become tadpoles and later adult frogs. When they are adult frogs, they stay on land for some time. Frogs have small waist, no neck, and a broad flat skull. Their skin is thin, which allows air to pass through. Well done! You already know that animals have different body structures that help them adapt to land and in water. Now, do you know how these animals get their food? Let's go! Let us explore more. Animals have different body structures used for food getting. There are animals that use their muscular body, strong powerful tail, sharp claws, and sharp pointed teeth in catching their prey. Others have big flat teeth for getting and chewing grass. Some has beaks. Some has elongated tongue to catch food. Others have proboscis, an elongated sucking mouth part that is typically tubular and flexible that mostly insects use. Wonderful! We are done with the specialist body structures of animals for food getting. For the last topic, we are going to learn about how these animals protect themselves from their enemies. Animals' body structures are also used to protect themselves against their enemies. Some animals protect themselves against their enemies through protective coloration called camouflage, like chameleons, grasshopper, and frogs. Other animals use their shape as protection. When an animal can look like another object, it is said to have used mimicry. For example, walking stick insect can look like a twig on a branch of a tree to protect itself. Millipede curl into a ball because they pretend to be dead. Some use their sharp claws, sharp pointed teeth, fangs, poison stingers, and horns. Other animals protect their own kind. Monkeys travel through the jungle in their family groups. They scatter themselves to look for food, but they did not go far from one another. They stay within the hearing distance. When they sense danger, they group together and they protect each other. Not all animals can move as fast as others, so it would be difficult for them to run from their enemies. How do these animals protect themselves? Animals such as turtles, crabs, and snails have protective shell covers. When they sense danger, they keep their bodies inside their shells. Good job! We successfully accomplished all our 3 topics. Congratulations! I hope you enjoyed learning with me, and I believe that you can answer all the activities on your module with enjoyment and excitement. And always remember, all the animals deserve all the love in the world. As Mahatma Gandhi quoted, the greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. Once again, I am Teacher Rizza, your science teacher for this scientific class. I am looking forward to be with you again and share another fun while learning science. See you next class. Goodbye!